Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's doing great. It's another edition of SVG's on the Hardwood series. I have the pleasure now to speak with Alyse Danikowski. She's the manager of game production for the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Minnesota Lynx. Alyse, how you doing? How's everyone? How's everyone in Minnesota? I know it's cold up there. I know it's also cold in New York, but it's freezing. I'm sure in Minnesota. How's everyone doing?
Yes.
How's the season?
Well, it's pretty warm right now. It's in the 30s.
Okay,
So,
that's good.
Yeah, it's been pretty cold. I mean, it's that time of year.
Right.
And of course, the lockdown has made it a little bit more difficult to get out and get out of my apartment at all, really. But
right.
The season starting has helped.
Good. Got to get those legs moving and got to get the brain thinking creatively. So I'm glad the season's back and you're back in the control room. So let's go to the Target Center. You guys took over Twitter by storm during the offseason with the nice little drone shot that you guys did to showcase. I think it was about 2 days before the season started, but it got really a lot of Timberwolves fans fired up. But you guys were down below. The in-venue team were doing media days. Take me through what the workflow was, who was allowed to be there, and just access with the players that you guys had.
Yeah. Media day was really strange this year. Usually the way it kind of usually works is, we have a couple hours, we have a very strict schedule where the players are assigned 10 minutes with each media outlet. We have a whole round robin going with all of the local and national media there. They each have a chaperone that kind of takes them to where they need to be. It's a whole production. This year, it was just our in-house team. So we had 4 total stations, 2 on the court for some intro video stuff,
right.
High production, dramatic lighting, that sort of stuff. We had a green screen station, and then we had a gray screen talking station.
Okay.
Our RSN had a station, and then there were 2 photo stations, and that was it. And a couple Zoom stations that no one was actually manning.
Okay.
But the league mandated only 15 total people inside of the building that day, other than players, of course. So it was definitely pared down from how we usually have it.
Right.
The players kind of came over when they could after practice. They kind of sent them over one by one throughout the 2-hour period. And we kind of cycled them through. So we would have a guy up for 3 minutes, and then D'Angelo Russell would come over, and it would be like a quick get everything you need with that guy,
right.
And then point him in the right direction. We had to direct them where to go next. And it was definitely strange. And at the end of the day, of course, at the end of media day, you're always like, did I get what I needed?
Right.
But it was even more so this year. I was like, well, at first, of course, it's like, what do we even need? How is this season going to go? And then on top of that, it was it was so hectic, but I mean, it was organized chaos, right? It ended up going really smoothly and really well. We got all 16 guys on our roster through, and we got all the content we needed. So it was definitely different, but at the end of the day, it went pretty smoothly.
Terrific. We'll go more into the safety protocols in a bit, but that content is going up on the video board. What are you guys showing on the video board? Is there still a show of fans were there with all the lights and all the things on the court, and plus fake crowd noise? How is that being used this year in Target Center?
Yeah, so we don't have any fans in the building. I know some teams do. We don't even have team, family, and friends. Okay. It's just media and staff, and security and a couple ushers and stuff. But it's definitely been an adjustment, kind of figuring out how much of a show we still do. Mm-hmm. So right now our show kind of consists of, and it's ever changing. So we're going to add stuff as we go and tweak things as we go. But as of right now, we're kind of, our halftime or our timeouts and our quarter breaks and our halftime are pretty much just DJ and mascot. Mm-hmm. So we're just pumping music, trying to keep the energy up, but we still want to create that home court advantage for the players, right? So we're not necessarily running the different player features we usually would, or the social responsibility features we usually would, military member of the game. We're not doing all that stuff, but we still want to keep the home court advantage for the players. So we're still doing a whole intro sequence. We have an intro video. We're still doing all the lights. We have music pumping. We have the crowd noise. So we still have defense prompts and let's go Wolves prompts. And, you know, we don't have the fans necessarily cheering along with them, but we still want to keep the energy high for the guys on the court. And the crowd noise is a whole different thing too. And that's definitely we're still getting used to that and how we work with that in terms of keeping the energy up, keeping it realistic though, because you want to keep the energy up and the crowd noise up. But, you know, if the team is on a not a great run or something, it's like keeping that crowd noise realistic. It's been interesting to find that balance when you're the one actually controlling it, you know?
Right. It's one of the responsibilities that you normally wouldn't have to worry about if fans were doing their job in the stands, right?
Yeah. And, you know, it's our job to entertain the fans, right? But when you are the fans, it's a whole different experience.
Right. You're using like the left side of your brain that you never had to use before. So thinking about what's going on in the control room, take me into the control room. What is the day like when you get to Target Center and you have to, I'm assuming, get tested? What's the layout look like in the control room? What's a typical day?
Yeah. So anybody who is in the red zone, which is on the court, at the courtside table, they have to get 2 consecutive negative tests for every game. So that is going in either the day before or 2 days before. And then you could either, I believe that they have some rapid tests available the day of the game as well. In the control room, it's a little bit different. There's not as strict testing policies, but we have the dividers in between all the stations. We've lessened the amount of people in the control room. So we only have 2 replay ops when we would usually have 3. Just little things like that where we've lessened the staff, we've put the dividers up. We have our meeting over headset now instead of in person as a group. And the restrictions on where we can go in the arena is different too. So usually I'd watch the game courtside. I can't do that anymore. I'm in the yellow zone. So I watch it kind of at the top of the 100 level. And it's, you know, it's unique because we have like one photographer and one videographer for our social team that are allowed in the red zone next to the court. But then we have a couple that kind of roam the stands and shoot from the 100 level. And, you know, it's definitely all about finding the workarounds, but I think that we're making it work.
Awesome. So Alyse, this is when you can give shout outs to your team. It's not just you in the control room. It's not just the social team who's doing a great job, but there are a lot of people that sometimes are behind the camera. They don't get a lot of recognition. This is your time to kind of shed some light on the people that are doing awesome work in Minnesota. Yeah,
we have a really incredible team. It's small but mighty. There's myself, who's the manager of game production. I kind of oversee all the video and graphic content for In Arena. And then Sheridan West is our senior manager of game presentation. And he's just really been the captain this season. He has done such a phenomenal job working with getting our crowd noise set up and installing additional boards behind our benches for extra content. He's been working with our RSN. He's really just done so much with getting us into this brand new world we're in. And then our 2 motion graphic designers are absolutely phenomenal, Josh Harms and Maggie Frost. They're killing it. Like we'll throw out a general idea and within a couple hours they're back with just something completely outstanding. And I don't know how they do it. But they're just like the brains behind all of everything that looks good, basically, is them.
Right.
So definitely shout out to them. Like I said, we have a small but mighty crew. We have a fantastic social digital team that manages everything you see on the web. And then our control room is also outstanding. Kari, our director, is just like a legend in the Twin Cities. She's been with the Wolves ever since they started. She's been at the helm of our show. So she's just phenomenal. We have a lot of we're very lucky to have the crew that we do at the Wolves.
Right. Well, Alyse, I really appreciate the time. Hopefully fans can come back to Target Center later on in the year when it's safer, because that's what you guys feed off on. And then you guys help the team out because the fans are going pumped with the stuff that you're seeing. So you guys are doing great work. Best of luck this year. Please stay safe. Please stay healthy. And I hope to see you sometime down the road.
Thanks. You too. Have a good one.